You would learn about financing, loans, scholarships from the experts. We'll have some of our partners joining us today to discuss about these things. Please exercise a bit of patience while we wait for others to join. We'll start in a few minutes. Thank you so much. Please be patient. In a few minutes, we'll start. Hello, hello. For those just joining us, thank you for joining. This is Ile-Iwe Education um, study about financing webinar. Like I said earlier, like I said earlier, we're here to put you through on how to get to the right school, your dream country, without breaking the bank. This is why we're organizing this webinar. Thank you so much for joining. Um, Today we'll be joined by our partners, Passage and Applyboard. They'll be breaking down what you need to know about study loans, scholarships, basically everything that regards financing your study abroad. Without, I mean, I'm very sure we all saw the update from the RCC. That's from the Canadian government. This a couple days ago, they've increased the POF threshold and the POF requirements. So it's pretty much I would say it's looking like it's getting by the year it's getting more expensive. So this is why Ile-Iwe Education has said, okay, let's now partner with these education financing companies to help Africans, go abroad, pursue their dream programs in their dream schools without, having to, worry about finances and all that. So that's why we're here today. So before we begin, let me just give a brief background on who we are at Ile-Iwe Education. Ile-Iwe Education is Nigeria's premier online platform for students seeking international academic opportunities. So like I said, what we do pretty much is send you abroad to your dream school and to study your dream course. We have redefined the journey from study dream to study permit. So what we were with our clients, were with you from the beginning of the process to the end, from consultation stage down to you getting your visa, you getting your ticket, accommodation, everything you need to make your study abroad process very seamless. This is where we're here for you. Our partnerships with renowned institutions and our comprehensive support services ensure students achieve their dreams seamlessly. So, like I said, we've looked at some of the issues that encompass going abroad, and we said, okay, to make it easier for our people, let's partner with certain organizations to make it easy. So, for issues on getting delayed letters of application, delayed admission processing and everything. We said, oh, let's partner with Applyboard. On issue of financing, we said, let's partner with Passage. So it just makes everything very seamless for you. So thank you again for joining. We are here for you from the beginning to the end. This is your first step. The next step, we're here for you. The step after that, we're here for you until we see you on that plane to your dream school. So our services, like I said, were here for you end to end. Study abroad consultation, entrance exams, support. So if you're going for your GRE, your IELTS, TOEFL, SAT, we're here for you. We also help with study visa application, which is the final stage of this process. And I assure you, we have a very high percentage of we have a very high success rate when it comes to visa applications across board, be it Canada, be it UK, and USA, anywhere in the world, we have a very high success rate. school search and admissions, which is one of the first steps. We're here for you for that. Scholarship and funding guide, which is the reason why we are here today. The main reason why we are here today is for your scholarship and funding guidance, and you will get all the details that you need, which is why we've organized this webinar.
So
What
she
makes
said
us
that
different?
we use this cardamom 100.
What makes us different? We have experienced and qualified consultants. So all our consultants, I'm sure you meet a couple of them today. All our consultants are very experienced. We've been doing this for years. Very friendly, very nice. They will guide you from the beginning to the end. No struggles, always available for you. And also, like I said, proven track record of success. Our success rate is very high, especially when it comes to getting your admissions and then your visa applications. Also for scholarships too, we've gotten a couple of scholarships for many of our clients, and we hope that all of you here will be you'll get a similar story very soon. Personalized guidance and support throughout the process. So yes, we we're not just one of those companies that just say, oh, bring your money, we'll help you in your process. No, in our consultations, we hear who you are, what your dreams are, and we will tailor it to what we think would be best for you. So that's why we call it consultations. That's why we're consultants, we're not agents, because we're here to guide you from beginning to the end. Whatever you need, we're here for you. And then we also have an extensive network of partner schools and institutions. So, like I said, some of our partners will be joining us today, Passage and Apply Board. Um, these are just a few of the partners that we have. We also have partnership with schools in the UK, in Canada, and the US. So you will have no problem getting your admission um, in record time. It won't be a problem. We've been able to get admission for students in a week, less than 2 weeks. Sometimes these schools, even if you're qualified, they will delay in sending you letters and all that. But whatever you need, we have a um, one-on-one relationship with these schools, so it's never an issue for us. So next on the agenda is I'll be inviting our representative from Passage to come on and give her presentation. So without any further ado, please, I will invite Chinelo to come on and give her presentation. Thank you so much.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Chinelo, and you're welcome to our webinar once again. And we hope that you find it very informative and educative. So, let's talk about Passage Study Loan. Sorry, give me one moment. Sorry, 1 minute.
You can go on. You can go ahead now.
Okay, thank you very much, Isaac. Passage study loan is a flexible financing solution designed to help students fund their education. It offers a range of benefits to help you achieve your academic goals. Now, when we talk about passage loan, this is just like it explains here, it gives you this flexibility of you studying while you pay back while you're studying and after your study. Like you start paying back after your study as you start, and then after your study, you get a job and you keep paying. It gives you that flexibility. It breaks it down for you to pay back your loan. Okay, then let's go to the next page. Next slide, please. Okay, so we have our key features: flexible repayment, quick disbursement, simple application process. So for flexible repayment, there are plans that work for different people. You can decide to go for just tuition, and there are plans that allows you to also select tuition and living expenses. So that is why it is very flexible. It depends on what you want. If you feel, oh, I can provide my living expenses and I just want them to cover my tuition fee, that's fine. It's a plan that will work for you. And then it gives you that breakdown. You would get a breakdown of how your payments would go. Then quick disbursement. Once you pay the cash collateral, you would be given a pass. And once you get to Canada, when it's time to pay your tuition, they pay the money to the school. Your tuition fee goes to your school, and your living expenses comes to your own account. That is how much we help you and make it easier for you. Then the application is very simple, very, very simple. It's something that is detailed, and then you get to follow the steps. We are not just helping you, you are also involved in the application process. So it makes it very simple. You're seeing what we're doing, and then you're following the process. Next slide, please. Now, for you to be eligible for this loan, first you have to be enrolled in one of these recognized schools. We have Bow Valley, we have Niagara College, and we have George Brown College. We have Bow Valley basically in Alberta, and we have selected courses which you would be able to apply to. We don't just all courses in Alberta, all courses in Bow Valley, all courses in Niagara College, all courses in George Brown. No, we have carefully selected programs that would suit you, programs that are high job demand, and then there are programs that are also PGWP eligible. We know there is this new policy that came up. There are some courses that have been dropped that are no longer PGWP. There are some that are up again that are PGWP eligible. So Passage has given us this opportunity to select one of those programs, and then it makes it all seamless for you. We would help you. We would help you to assess your profile. We'll check the courses that would suit you, and then we'll begin the process, which you would also have access to. Then you also need to meet the age requirement. Now, before I get to the age requirement for George Brown College, basically it has this 5-year study gap. So if you finished school in 2021, you're still eligible. But if you finished like in 2019, 2018, you may not be eligible to apply for George Brown College. And Bow Valley, Niagara College are still open for you. But there are age limits to this thing, and it's between 18 to 37 years. So if you're within this range and you want to go for a college diploma, you want to go for a postgraduate diploma, Passage is your go-to. And we at Ile-Iwe Education will help you with the process and make it very seamless for you. Next slide, please. Now we have a loan structure. The loan is up to $75,000, and we have 11.95% for your interest rate. That's per annum, actually. And having up to 75%, it doesn't matter how much your tuition fee is. Let's say your tuition fee is around 25,000 or 27,000 in a year, depending on your program, but usually between 18 to 25, 27,000. But let's use 18,000 for example. And then you're having 2-year program, which is 36, and your living expenses, which has been increased now to 22,000. It's, let's say 22,900. And then you match that together. All you have to pay is about between 25 to 35%. So once you pay that, you still have not gotten up to 75,000 dollars. So what they'll be giving you is basically between 65 and 75% of your tuition or your tuition and living expenses. So they give up to 75. So even if your tuition fee is up to like tuition and living expenses is up to 90,000, you can still get up to $75,000 as your study loan. There are no cosigner, no houses, no collateral. Nobody's telling you to bring the documents to your house or bring 5 houses documents, bring your car documents. No, nobody's asking you for that. You are not paying any of that, and you have a duration like a 7-year term. If you're going for tuition fee only, it's basically 2 years. For your repayment plan is for 2 years. And if you're doing tuition fee and living expenses, you can get up to 7 years to pay back. And it is not something that would choke you. It will be very easy for you to pay. And we have repayment starts 1 month after school starts. Yes. Immediately you resume. Let's say you're resuming in September and you're expected to start paying back by October. So don't get scared, because I know you start asking, what if I don't get a job? Passage is there for you. We help you to get the job. We get you those we align you. That is why the schools are being carefully selected. We align you with a job and you're being called, oh, are you interested in applying for this role? Sorry. Are you interested in applying for a particular role? And if yes, they put you to it. They put you to it, and you are eligible to apply for the job because you're already working with us. You're working with Passage. Next slide, please. And that's basically for Passage. If you have more questions, I'll be in the breakout room. So there's a breakout session. We'll get to answer more of your questions. And I can see some questions that are coming in the chat box. Yes, Passage covers just for Canada and basically colleges. But there are other loan, just calm down. There are other loan partners that covers for US, UK, also Canada for master's degree program. And then for UK, US, Canada, and some European countries, Australia as well. So just be patient, we'll get to that. And now we have scholarship opportunities for our students as well. At Ile-Iwe Education, we are committed to helping you get your international education goals through scholarship opportunities across different countries. Now, scholarship is not just for Canada, it's for Australia, New Zealand, a lot of countries, depending on your country of interest and what you fit into. And we help you to secure this and start your academic journey. So scholarship process, it might not be the same with getting a loan, but we help you, we'll take you through the process step by step. Next slide, please. Apply. We assist students. And if you're going for undergraduate, postgraduate, master's, there are scholarships available for you, mostly funded scholarships, depending on your grade. Now, let's go to the next slide. I think the next slide is about eligibility. And basically, first-class students are more advantaged because having a first-class degree, you are able to get up to fully funded scholarships. We are not saying you would get 100%. It is possible to get 100% scholarship, but it's usually between 25% up to 100%. You could get up to 40%. You could get up to 60%. You could get 75%. You could get 100%. So it depends on programs and schools. Second class upper degrees as well. Depending on some countries, you're expected to write GRE or GMAT, and it puts you at that edge because you already have that grade. Then for 2-2, I know some of us will say, oh, 2-2, yeah, there are scholarships available for 2-2, but you only thing is you may be limited to getting a fully funded scholarship, but you could still get graduate assistantships, you could get scholarships up to 40, 50%, depending on what you want. You could get all of this. So you are also eligible. There are schools that still take 2-2 for scholarship applications. Next slide, please. Now we have types of funding. Like I already explained, 25% to 100% tuition scholarships, bursaries and fee waivers, graduate assistantships, research grants, living stipends, depending on what you get. There are different scholarships, I have seen scholarships that cover 100%, even in UK, depending on what you want to go for. So, like I said, it's not just for all programs, and depending on the programs available and the kind of scholarships available. And some of them gives living stipends as well. So it's something I know most of us are interested in. Every one of us should be interested in scholarship, and just check, you can reach out to us, we would get you assessed, and then if there is possibility of you getting a scholarship or your program is eligible for scholarship, there are automatic scholarships as well that the school gives. Some schools, like in UK, I know a particular school that if you pay up your tuition fee, there are criteria to it. So it's terms and conditions apply. So if you pay up, some of them will give you up to £8,000, £10,000. Even in Canada, there are some schools that give you up to $20,000 Canadian dollars as scholarship. So it all depends on where you want to go to. So there are opportunities everywhere for you. Next slide, please. Now, we have our different processes. First, you send us your documents, your academic documents. We assess and match you with programs available for you and scholarship options available for you. Not all programs. You cannot say I studied Greek and now I'm looking for scholarship to study nursing. It does not align. First, we'll match you with the program, then we'll match you with a scholarship that would match what you're going for, right? Some schools would ask you for proposals. We help with all of that. We'll help you writing all that, and we submit your applications. We do this hand in hand. We carry along with the processes and make sure that you're following up. If you feel you're too busy to do some things and you want us to maybe you're looking for a supervisor and all of that, we could just help you do all of that, and we get your login details. We help you with all of that. Then we have the interview prep. Some schools ask for interviews, and yes, we'll prepare you for that as well. So depending on what you want, and we'll prepare you for that. Next slide, please. So if you're ready to begin your application, both for loan application, scholarship application, you want to get a fully funded scholarship and you feel you're eligible, you can send us your documents, we'll review, send us whatever you want. Our details are in the chat box. You get different email addresses there. Just send us your documents and write us, tell us what you want. If you're going for a master's degree program, you want to go for undergraduate program, this is the program I want to study, put it in the email and send to any of the email addresses. It's in the chat box. So you can just send us, we review, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. So I think I have to hand it back to Isaac. Thank you so much for listening. And I believe that we have you ready to begin your application. So basically, we'll be looking at January intake, both for passage or loan application and scholarship application. We'll start looking at January intake. You're ready to start January intake 2020, January 2026, May 2026. You can start now and start preparing your documents. Even some people have started preparing for 2026 September intake. So once you're ready, we start your process. Send us your documents and we begin your application. Thank you so much. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, everyone, for listening. So I would give back the mic to Isaac.
All right, Chinelo, thank you so much for your insightful presentation. That was Chinelo from Passage. So please don't go. We have another presentation from, so I'll be inviting Chibuzo from Applyboard shortly. But I want to say that we'll be having breakout rooms after this session. So you get to speak with Chinelo and other experts for Passage and other loans as well. So please, without any further ado, let me invite Chibuzo to come present. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Isaac. Please, can you confirm that I am audible?
Loud and clear.
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much. There's a little background noise from where I am, but I'll try as much as I can to make sure that I am as audible as possible. So once again, I want to say a very huge thank you to Ile-Iwe Education for having me here and to our amazing students. It promises to be an amazing section. I'm going to walk us through everything that you need to know about our loans, and then we'll take those questions after when we have those breakout sections. All right, so let's not worry about all these other services. So we're just going to speak to our loans. So next slide, please. All right, so for this particular section, we're just going to walk you through a little introduction on the loans, what the purpose is for you, what you can expect as a student, walking through the whole process, and then of course what you also tend to gain at the end of the section. Next slide, please. Next slide. All right. So with us, what you're going to be getting is first and foremost, I just want to give you a little insight into why you need to partner with Ile-Iwe Education for you to access these loans. First and foremost, their partnership with us here at Applyboard gives exclusive partnerships, and by exclusive partnership, I mean with the institutions who are going to be giving you these loans. So it's not Ile-Iwe Education who is disbursing these loans to you. We just have these financial bodies who they are partnered with by the help of Applyboard here that gives you access to these financial institutions. And of course, all of our loans do not have collateral. They also do not have co-signers. And we do have the best approval rate. So by no collateral and no co-signer, we're saying that for all of your loans, we're not asking you to give us some land property documents. We're not asking you to bring in your rich relative to standing with you to get this loans. So there's purely no collateral and no co-signer. We also do have the best approval rates in the market at over 60%. So we're saying that out of every single 100 accounts that we create, at least we are guaranteed that 60 is going to be approved. And of course, for you as a student who is applying, when you register your interest with Ile-Iwe Education, they begin to process these loans for you. It doesn't mean that you cannot apply for these loans even before you get your offer letter. So when you're ready for you to access or to begin to process this loan, all you need to do is reach out to them, and then they can also send your applications to us so that we can begin to process it even before you receive your letter of acceptance. So before you have an offer letter, you don't have to wait first before you have that. So reach out to them, register your interest that you want to access these loans, and then they would also submit your request to us and we'll be able to take it up from there. Of course, our loans have fast processing. So we're saying that in 24 hours, in a maximum of 24 hours after we received all of your documents, we are saying that you should be able to know what your status is, whether or not you are actually eligible for the loans. We also do give visa support letters. So this visa support letters, like the name says or implies, is it helps you with visa processes. So before you want to get your I-20, you want to go for your visa interviews, we're going to be giving you a letter that says that our financial institutions who we are partnered with are going to be taking care of your tuition, taking care of your living expenses. So the visa interview does not have to revolve around your finances. It simply has to speak to every other factor because the finances would already be taken care of. And then you're going to be getting comprehensive support. So there's nothing for you to worry about. Myself, with the Ile-Iwe Education team, you're going to be hearing from us throughout every stage of your application. Next slide, please. Awesome. So this is what it looks like. First and foremost, what is the purpose of this loans? We're not giving you this loan so that you go and have a very merry life when you get to the UK. So it doesn't mean that you cannot have a merry life when you get to the UK or when you get to Canada. We're just saying that the purpose of the loan, first and foremost, is to finance your tuition and your living expenses, right? And then, of course, this is just the basic thing that is going to be taken care of. And then it helps give you a little stability so that you can plan your trip better as a student. And then our visa support later also helps to improve your visa chances. So that later clearly states exactly what is covered for, and then it helps to increase your chances of getting a visa. And then, of course, this loan also helps to reduce postponements and deferrals that always happen because people do not have their registration deposit. Next slide, please. Right, so this is what it looks like from our end. So when we receive your application after it is submitted, we're going to request for your documentation. So not to worry, I'm going to get to the documentation side of this slide very quickly. And then we'll list out every single thing that we need as regarding documentation. And then when we've gotten those documents from you, the next stage is we go on the bank's portal, which are our financial partners, and then we'll log in your details. We'll create a profile for you as a student. So this profile is going to be on our financial partners website, and that is the website you're going to have to track your loans, you're checking what you have to pay, going into, say, if it's 7 years that you want to pay back the loan, or it's in 10 years, or it's in 15 years, you're going to see a tracking on that website. So we're going to be creating a profile dedicated to you on our financial partners website. And then with that, you'll be able to track the progress of your loan. And then, of course, when we submit it, what happens immediately is our financial partners will then profile you. So as a student, there are a couple of things that our financial partners are looking out for. One is the alignment with your first degree and your master's degree. So let me quickly say that all of the programs that we cover are master's programs. So we don't cover for undergraduate program. Thank God we have passage for that. So we don't cover presently, we don't cover undergraduate programs, so it's only master's program. So they are looking at, after we've submitted all your documents, our financial partners are looking at one, what did you do in your first degree? How is it aligned to what you want to do in your second degree? They are also looking at the experience, the job experience you've done. Is it also in alignment with what you want to do in your master's degree? So these are a couple of factors that they are considering to ascertain the approval that they're going to be giving you, and also to know what interest rate is best suitable for you. So it is this profiling that they do. A couple of factors, the university ranking as well, the program that you have chosen. So they look at all of this in determining what interest rate they should give to you, and then, of course, to facilitate your approval. After we have given you an approval, the next thing that happens is disbursement. So there are also some cases, I must say, it's not all of the cases that this loan gets disbursed or gets approved. So what are the factors that could stop a student from their loan getting approved? One of them would be their age. So as a student, if you're looking at going to the UK, you should be under the age of 32. So if you're over 32, chances are our financial partners may not be approving your loan. So they believe that it is too much of a risk for them to approve your loan because they think that you're already a bit too advanced in age. But not to worry, we're working on that. And we're also working on some other financial options to help give you more alternatives. And then outside of age, they are considering your credit score or your credit history. So if you're a student here and you're taking loans from a lot of the financial institutions, I'm not going to name names, So if you have any running loan with any of them, you might want to go clear that out first before applying, because if they find out that you have a bad loan, you have either defaulted on the loan, or you have a loan that is presently running, you may not be getting an approval. And then these are the major factors. Every other factor is something that we here at Ile-Iwe, in tandem with Apply Board, will be able to work out for you. And then after that, we'll be getting your disbursement. So all of the stages is managed by us. You don't need to worry. And then, of course, we do have the best approval rates and conversion rates in the market. And there is nothing for you to also worry about that. Next slide, please. So these are what our loan terms look like. We are giving a minimum of $10,000 and a maximum of $100,000. $50,000 is what we can give per academic term. And then there's a flexibility for our financial partners to cover every single expense for you if you're going to the US. So whether it's books, meals, insurance, all expenses can be covered if you're going to the US. But if you're going to the UK and all our other destinations like Canada, Australia, our financial partners are willing to cover for your post-visa tuition fees. So by post-visa tuition fees, we mean that for anything you need to pay before visa, so any visa-related payments, your tuition deposit in most cases, you as a student will have to take care of that, and then the loan will take care of the rest. Also, I must say that we are now able to take care of your living expenses if you're going to this other destination. So we're taking care of at least 70% of your living expenses going to the UK, Canada, or Australia. But if you're going to the US, we are willing to take care of all of that if you want us to. And then you have a 10 to 20-year principal repayment period. And so this implies that this is the tenor of the loan. So this is how long you have to pay back. So you have to plan yourself. You want to pay back in 7 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. But we always advise that you don't allow it last for too long. Yes, you have 20 years to pay back, but you don't have to wait for 20 years to pay back. You can just tell yourself that in 10 years maximum, I will clear out the loans and you'll be on your way. And then you have a grace period of 6 months for you to begin payment on the loan. So after you've graduated, you have another 6 months before you can begin to pay back the loan. We have the option for you as well, just like Passage, for you to begin to pay while you are schooling. So if you are schooling and you're utilizing your 20 hours per week for work, you can begin to take care of the interest while you're schooling. So let us assume that we give you $30,000 and we give you an interest rate of 10%. What that means is that 10% you're going to be having to pay $3,000 every year. So for $3,000, if you spread that across 12 months, you should be able to take care of that if you're utilizing your 20 hours per week for work. So we always advise that if you have to or you want to begin to pay that loan while you're still schooling, please begin to do that. And then there are also no prepayment penalty charges. So you tell us at the beginning of the section that you want to clear out the loan in 7 years. So we're going to do a calculation for you. And then when we do that calculation, you say for the next 10 years or for the next 7 years, depending on what you have told us that you want to clear out this loan, we're going to calculate for you what you're going to have to pay every month for the next 7 years. But if you come back to us to say some money has come into your hands, you want to clear out the whole loan in 5 months, we are saying that we will still be able to do that for you without you having to pay any extra. So you're just going to have to pay exactly what you're meant to pay at the time you're deciding to clear out the loan. So there will be no extra charges for you to pay. Our loan eligible destinations are US, UK, Canada, and Australia. We still have some few European countries, but of course, you have to reach out to us to find out those after. And then we have some loan eligible programs, which are the Masters, MBA, MA, and PG programs. So we don't offer undergraduate programs. We also do not support PhD programs. Next slide, please. Our interest rate starts at 9.54 and then they go up to 17%. Can be fixed, it can be flexible. This depends on the profiling that we do for you as a student. Your loan support letter, which is the visa support letter, can be used for visa purposes and for I-20 application. And disbursement goes directly to the university account. It doesn't go to you as a student. It goes directly from our financial partners to the university account when we have confirmed that first, your visa has been approved, and secondly, that you are enrolled in that university. So these are the two confirmations that we must receive before we can disburse the funds to the university. And of course, there's a global service capability with us here for you to make payments from anywhere in the world without having to pay foreign currency transfer fees. So we have that taken care of for you as well. And then for those who are looking at going to the US, there's a history creation credit that can open doors to other loan options for you. Next slide, please. So this is exactly what we need from you as a student. So first and foremost, we need reference details, not a reference letter. So if you have worked with somebody at a supervisory capacity before, we need you to get them to consent to be a referee for you. So we don't want you to provide your father or your mother or a relation as a referee. So it's not that you cannot do that, but our financial partners prefer a professional reference. So the full name of the reference, the relationship you have with the reference, the contact number of the reference, and the email ID of that reference. And then the documents that we need are your international passport, your resume. If you have your offer letter, awesome. If you don't, not a problem. And then, of course, your bachelor's transcript, your government ID card. So this government ID card is in addition to your international passport. So yes, you may have provided us with international passport, but we need either a national ID, a driver's license, or your voter's card in addition to the international passport. And then if you've taken any English proficiency test before, whether it's TOEFL, Duolingo, GRE, any of them, please attach it as well. But if you don't, not a problem. And then we're also going to be needing your home country address. So these are the documents that we need for us to check your eligibility. After we have checked your eligibility, we are then going to need, as additional documents, one, proof of additional funds for the last 3 months. And so this means that you should help us with a savings account. We prefer it in your name. It doesn't necessarily have to be in your name, but we prefer it in your name. So if you can provide us with a 3-month savings account in your name or in anyone's name, that will work. And then, of course, if you have paid your tuition deposit already, the receipt for the tuition deposit would also serve. So remember I said 3 months, at least 3 months. So it can be more than 3 months. It can be 6 months. So we just want a proof of savings to show that you are actually financially invested in your study abroad journey. And then secondly will be a proof of address. So whether it's a bank statement, a utility bill, rent agreement, affidavit, anything that tells us that you have lived in a particular place in the last 3 months works for us. Thank you so much. That has come to the end of my presentation. I'll hand over to Isaac now, and then of course we'll take questions after now. Thank you so much. Isaac, over to you.
Right. Thank you so much, Chibuzo. That was really, really interesting. So please, if you have any questions for Chibuzo, you can just put it in the chat box, and then he'll be answering as he goes on. Someone is asking if we have a recorded meeting. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. If there's any questions for Chibuzo or Chinelo, either of them, they are here to answer your questions. Please don't leave yet. We have a breakout room where you get to meet our advisors one-on-one and ask your questions. If you have your documents ready, you can share with them and we can start your processes immediately. We'll also be giving out 20% off our admission readiness package. So you get to know more about that in the breakout room. So there are 2 questions here, or 2 inquiries. So someone says HND can't apply for the master program. Chinelo, please, can you answer this, please?
Okay, so an HND student can apply for masters in UK, but not in Canada. You to have a BSc to be able to apply for a master's degree program in Canada. Then if you want to apply for passage loan, your HND can get you, it's basically for just 1 year. So it doesn't really matter if you're going for a master's degree program. I know most of us are after the PGWP, which is the postgraduate work permit, and yes, you can still get them. Thank you.
Okay, Chibuzo, I think there's a question for you. It says, so for the UK, the tuition deposit must be paid by the student. Chibuzo, please.
Yes. So for now, tuition deposit is still taken care of by the students. Like I mentioned, we're working on something, so keep your fingers crossed. Reach out to Ile-Iwe Education, let them have your documents. We're working on something to ease the burden. So, but for now, tuition deposit explicitly is being paid by the students. Our loans will take care of the rest after that. And of course, remember that we now have living expenses taken care of up to 70% for you. So I think that also takes care of a bunch of what you have to have projected for going into that program. But yes, you have to take your tuition deposit, and then we take care of the rest of the tuition for you and 70%, at least 70% of your living expenses.
All right, thank you, Chibuzo, for your response. Is there any more questions? I was okay. There's another. I am a HND holder and looking to do an undergraduate program in Canada. How am I to go about that? Chinelo, please.
Okay, so basically for Canada, if you're going for an undergraduate program, if you want to apply for the loan, you can apply through Passage because Prodigy doesn't cover undergraduate programs. So you can apply through Passage, and then you can get an undergraduate diploma. You won't be able to get a bachelor's degree with loan, except you want to apply separately to one of our partner schools, but not loan eligible. Okay, I think we have more questions. Do you have scholarship or loan support or affordable university to study MBA in any European country that allows family relocation? Okay, so it depends on what you graduated with. So if you have a very good grade, yes, you can get a scholarship in European countries. It's possible.
All right, so we'll be having the breakout room session now where you get to meet our advisors one on one and then ask your questions directly. So we'll be doing that because of time. We'll be ending this Q&A session and then we'll go into the breakout room. So please exercise a bit of patience while we create the breakout rooms. Thank you.
the strongest, but I fight for you. There'll never be a moment in time that I won't think about you, 'cause I'm incomplete without you. Waited so long to find you, I might lose sleep tonight, 'cause finally my dreams come true. I was created for you, you were my angel. A nadie tengo que buscar porque aquí estás tú. Estaba en la oscuridad y me traiste la luz. Yo no estoy pa' party ni pa' revolú. Mejor me quedo en casa y cada fin de semana te hago un nuevo menú. Tengo un amigo pa' tu amiga, si quieres ven traerla pa' que ella vea como aquí en PR se baila. Tú llegaste con ese flow y me enamoraste. Con mis sentimientos te quedaste. No te voy a soltar, bebé. Vamos pa' dos chamaquitos y de aquí no hay break. Como Angelina y Bea, quizás tenemos 6. Yeah. Amarte, no necesito nada más. Que tan solo con besarte, la vida se me va. There'll never be a moment in time that I won't think about you, 'cause I'm incomplete without you. Waited so long to find you, I might lose sleep tonight, 'cause finally my dreams come true. I was created for you, yeah, you're my angel. There'll never be a moment in time that I won't think about you, 'cause I'm incomplete without you. Waited so long to find you, I might lose sleep tonight, 'cause finally my dreams come true. I was created for you, you're my angel. Oh yeah.
Room. If you have any questions regarding getting your visa and all that, you can join any of the rooms. There's the room for loans, you can join, and then there's room for scholarships. So you can ask all your questions. And if you have your documents, your processing can start now. So please let's join the room that we think is suitable for us for any questions. Thank you.